The oldest DNA that's been recovered has been from a bone, a horse bone, that was preserved in frozen ground in the Arctic for about 700,000 years. And the only reason that DNA survived for this long was because the ground in which that bone was preserved was frozen for the entire time. We think that DNA can only survive for somewhere around 1 to 200,000 years. This means that things like dinosaurs, which went extinct more than 65 million years ago, are not within the range of surviving DNA. One thing that we would really like to understand is how species and populations and ecosystems are going to respond to the climate change that is predicted to happen today and in the future. What we can do with ancient DNA is we can watch species like mammoths and bison and horses actually experience past periods of rapid warming, and we can ask how they responded. Why do some species go extinct and others not? The Arctic is an ideal place to investigate this because there are thousands of bones that are incredibly well preserved that contain DNA. So we look for fossil remains anywhere that the permafrost is melting. Another rich source of fossil bones is at active placer mining sites in the Klondike in Yukon. Placer mining is a type of gold mining that uses high-pressure water that is actually sprayed against melting layers of permafrost. But as they're washing away this frozen dirt, thousands of bones are exposed. These bones are an absolutely rich, wonderful resource of genetic material, and we take them back to the lab to extract DNA. We have to be very careful with the DNA itself. We work in a clean lab. We dress in crazy outfits that make it look like we're working with incredibly dangerous material, but in fact, we are the danger to the material. It's our DNA that might get into these extracts that could contaminate these samples. For a long time, there was very little hope that we would be able to recover complete genomes from things like mammoths and mastodons that have been extinct for some time. And then this type of sequencing that we call next-generation sequencing was invented. Next-generation sequencing allows us to extract every bit of DNA that is preserved within a bone or a hair or fragment of an organism that used to be alive, and sequence all of it. And in this way, we can begin to piece together the entire genome of an extinct animal, like a mammoth or a Neanderthal. So the genetic information that we extract from these fossils can tell us a lot about the populations that used to be alive. We can learn when they were growing, when they were declining. The climate change that is happening today is not the first time that the Earth has experienced rapid warming. And hopefully, with these data, we can make more informed decisions about how to use the limited resources we have today to protect living and endangered species in the face of present-day climate change.